Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Or what was I trying to start to say? Welcome back to my mayhem. So today I'm going to be doing a back to school tag because Monday was my first day back to school. So I just felt it was fitting for this to be my video for this week. Okay, so I know I look kind of crappy because yeah, it's my first day of school. So, okay, anyways, number one, did I have first day of school jitters? I was actually, I don't know, I always kind of get anxious and nervous before my first day, and then, like, I'm still kind of anxious for the first, like, week or two, and then I'm over it, because, yeah, I'm also in college, if y'all didn't know that. Yeah, I'm in college. Number two, have you ever fallen asleep in class? Like, ever in my life? Yes, I have. The past few years I haven't though, but I did in high school one, maybe twice actually, and I'm pretty sure it was in the same class both times. So number three, share your most embarrassing moment in school. My most embarrassing moment in school, I can't think of one. I don't know. I really don't know. But I, like, some things that were, like, awkward, but they weren't really embarrassing. There was this one time, like, I was walking with, like, a group of my friends, and, like, one of my friends was, like, friends with this guy I had a crush on, and we were walking, and I tripped. And, like, I fell in the dirt, and I, like, oh my god, it was, like, and he, like, everybody kind of just stared at me for a second, and the guy I had a crush on actually was the one to, like, come up and, like, help me. He's like, oh my god, are you okay? And it was, like, so awkward. I was just, like, I wasn't embarrassed. It was just kind of, like, wow, I just really fucking tripped. And then one other thing was, okay, this is gonna sound really bad, but oh well. So when I was in 8th grade, me and, like, a group of my friends had a journal that, like, we wrote notes in. So, like, say, like, I'm just gonna make up their names. Say me and Jackie had a class together, we would, like, write notes in the notebook and, like, pass the notebook back and forth instead of, like, actually passing notes. It was something that we kept, like, forever, and we had, like, memories in. So it was, like 2 guys, 2 girls. It was me and Jackie, and we'll just say, I can't even come up with guy names right now. We'll just use Josh and Ivan because, like, those are the first names that came to mind. So it'd be, like, me, Jackie, Josh, and Ivan. And we had a lot of classes together. Like, me, Jackie, and Josh had first period together because this was in 8th grade. And then second period, all 4 of us had together. And then third period, it was back to just me, Jackie, and Josh. And then I think actually the only period we had with Ivan was second period. And so I remember passing the notebook back and forth, whatever. And so there was this guy. He was really, 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 really annoying. And I'm just going to name him Isaac. So Isaac was friends with Ivan. And they had, like, all their, like, a whole bunch of classes together except for second period. He didn't have class with us. So he had all these classes with Ivan, and then my girl best friend, I'll use her name because I don't care, her name was Casey. Casey had class, like, all of her classes except for second period were with them as well. So, but I think she had all the same classes as Isaac, and the one class she didn't have with Ivan. The class that Ivan had with us, she didn't have. So I remember Ivan had the book. So he was reading it in one of the classes he had with Isaac, and I was dating Isaac. Like, Isaac was super, super annoying and, like, begged me to go out with him, and I said yes. Still to this day, I don't know why I said yes. I think I said yes just because I felt bad. And yeah, we only dated for, like, a couple days, and it just got really awkward because of this notebook. So I had a crush on my best friend Josh. So I had, like, the biggest crush on him. I had a crush on him since, like, honestly, the day I met him, I had a crush on him. And it's in the notebook, all over the notebook. Everybody talks about my crush on Josh. And Josh knew I had a crush on him. It wasn't a secret. But the only person that didn't know was Isaac. So in there, they're talking to me about breaking up with Isaac to be with Josh. And obviously, I didn't do it. I was like, no, I'm going to give Isaac a chance and to see what happens. So I did. And then obviously, when Ivan was reading The Notebook, Casey, my girl best friend, who knew about my crush on Josh, was reading it with him. I didn't care that Casey had seen it because Casey was my best friend. She wrote in it a few times, but she wasn't part of like the main group. So Isaac had found out about my crush on Josh, and he came and asked me about it. And obviously I told him the truth. I was like, yeah, I do have a big crush on him, but I'm with you. Like, it's not a big deal. And he was like, in this notebook. And then he asked me if the notebook was real. And obviously I was like, yeah, the notebook's real. I write in it every day. Oh my gosh, it was the worst experience ever, because then he told everybody that I was cheating on him with Josh, which wasn't true. I never did anything with Josh. We were just best friends. That's all we ever were. And yeah, it like got around to everybody, and everybody was being mean to me because they said that I broke Isaac's heart, which I didn't do. I never broke up with him. I never said anything. I told him the truth, and I never did anything with Josh. Yes, I had a crush on him, but I never did anything. And yeah, so like basically I've been a hoe since like the 8th grade. Okay, number 4, will you or have you ever joined any clubs or sports teams? I actually never really joined anything at school. I was a cheerleader, but it wasn't for the school, and like cheerleading is the only thing I've ever really done. Other than dance, I did a dance for like a while, but I never did anything in school, and I probably never will. Number 5, what was your favorite grade? I really loved middle school. 7th and 8th grade were really cool. And I also really liked like 4th grade. Like 4th grade and 7th and 8th. And then I mean, my senior year was cool, but there was a couple things I shouldn't have done them. But yeah. Did you ever have to wear a uniform? Actually, we didn't technically have a uniform, but we did have like a really, really strict dress code in 7th and 8th grade. But you could also get opted out with like parents' permission. And I mean, 7th grade I didn't get opted out, and then 8th grade I got opted out because I hate collared shirts. I mean, I wear flannels and shit, but like I don't actually like collared shirts. Number 7, who was your favorite teacher? I really, in like, what was that grade? 5th and 6th, I had a cool teacher. Her name was Miss Bosch. And then in 7th grade, I had Miss Turntine for science, and I loved her as well. In like high school, Miss Kane was my favorite teacher. Miss Vandersea was my favorite for like a while, but then like we had a really big falling out. Miss Llewellyn, or what does everybody know her by now? Miss Smith. She was cool. And then I think that's really it. I didn't really have any other favorites, I don't think. Mr. Holt was a cool English teacher, but he was kind of a dick, but he was cool. I think that's it. That's all I can think of right now. Number 8, least favorite. I didn't really have a least favorite that I can think of. Oh, Miss Burke. Miss Burke was my English teacher at 10th grade. I hate her. Number 9, what was the worst thing you ever did at school? I don't know. Like, I actually was pretty well behaved for the most part. I can't really think of anything bad or like worse thing. I don't know. I mean, I ditched a lot freshman year and then like a little bit senior year, but other than that, like, I didn't really do anything bad that I can think of. Number 10, did you have a car? If so, what were you driving? In high school, I didn't have a car at all, actually. I mean, I had a car, but I couldn't actually drive it, and it was the Saturn that I always tell you guys about, like my first car. But I never actually drove it to school because I didn't have my license. I didn't get my license till I was 18. And now that I am in school, because I'm in college, I drive my Honda. It's Lexi's my Honda. Are you still friends with anybody you went to school with? I mean, I'm dating someone I went to school with, and then I'm still friends with Samantha and Des and Ben and Kati and JP, Aaron. But like my best friend Casey that I was just talking about from 8th grade, well, 7th and 8th grade, she went to high school. Well, I mean, our freshman year of high school, she didn't go to school with me, and then she transferred 10th grade. And we were still really, really good friends in 10th grade. Like 10th grade, we were still really close. And then junior year came along and we weren't really close anymore. Like we hardly ever saw each other. And then now I still love her. I'll always love her. and I see her post on Instagram all the time, but we're not that close anymore. Number 12, is there anything you would have changed about your experience with school? I just wish that I wouldn't have been so into trying to have a relationship in school, because I mean, I don't regret dating Vidal. Y'all know who that is. I don't regret dating Vidal, but I mean, having a boyfriend who was a year younger than me, kind of like, he didn't really hang out with my friends. We kind of always were like isolated. It was just like me and him most of the time. And I think that's what I kind of regret, because I kind of pulled away from my friends a lot to be with him. And then like, literally, you can ask Samantha, my junior year of high school, like, she didn't even know me. Like, I would never hang out with my friends. I was always with him, and it was always about him. And then even senior year, a lot of the time was about him. And then when I tried to pull away from him and hang out with my friends again, that's when the big falling out happened. Because even like homecoming, we went to homecoming together, and I hung out with my friends, and then like we had a big ass fight like at homecoming. That's why I didn't take him to prom. And then when I didn't take him to prom, it caused like a bigger issue. And I just think like I shouldn't have tried to be in a relationship in high school. I should have just enjoyed my time in high school, and I didn't. You know, I focused a lot on him or whatever. I mean, I dated him like part of my sophomore year, my like junior year, because like we dated sophomore year, and then we have like an issue with Andy, so we didn't date anymore. And then we got back together junior year, and then we dated from the beginning of junior year to the end of my senior year. So I mean, most of my high school I was dating, like my high school career, I was dating him, or I was dating someone else. Like I did date someone in between our breakup. His name was Edgar. And then like my freshman year of high school, I dated Danny. So I mean, I always had a boyfriend while I was in high school. And then even if when me and Danny broke up, I was talking to Joe. So like I always had a guy in my life throughout high school, and I feel like that caused a lot of problems. Like I shouldn't have done that, and that's one of the things I do regret. I do regret focusing so much on boys and not as much on my friends. But I mean, I had fun throughout high school, but literally like junior year, I was non-existent. Like freshman year, I made all my friends, obviously, and then sophomore year, I only hung out with a few of them, and then junior year, I was completely gone. I was completely focused on Vidal. And then senior year, I tried to incorporate both, and it blew up in my face. So that's the one thing I regret. Like, don't focus on relationships. Just have fun. And that's like what I really wish I would have done. But yeah, so this was the back to school tag, and happy back to school, everybody. Bye.